and shorter, but the welcome back to Scottish football seems to get warmer and warmer. And fittingly, the sun has been out. It doesn't exactly make Aberdeen subtropical, but in this atmosphere and on what seems to be a perfect-looking pitch, there can be no excuses for not putting the emphasis on good football and the passing game. While Aberdeen are affected by lack of financial resources compared to the rivals and still depend on developing their youngsters, newcomer Roberto Visconti plays in midfield alongside Darren Young, and in front of Solberg, Maguire, Gunfight and McNaughton, with Mackey, Young and Winters up front. Rangers are without today Flo, Ferguson, Amarusa and De Boer. They bring in Michael Moles from the start, Tony Wittmar back in defence, with Caniggia, of course, operating up front. Now, this fixture has been bedevilled in the past, of course, and there are two men here who could help by forgetting old sores. Darren Young, sent off the last time the pair met, and of course Fernando Rickson, who astonishingly admitted on his website that he would wanted to sort Darren Young out. So lads, cool it. And here's a man who knows this could be a ticklish fixture, Willie Young. Well, I said the conditions are well nigh perfect here. I should point out that the famous North Sea Har is lying offshore by about a mile or so. I hope it's not heading this way. I certainly hope this game is not enveloped in the mire of controversy again. Two sets of good footballers out there, some very experienced like Ben Conterman, operating, I think, in front of that back three today, against the Aberdeen youngsters. 1 year left on that man's contract. He is remaining tight-lipped about his future, which I think will depend very largely on what happens to the club this season. Solberg. Can he get a shot in? He can't. Reyna going round the edge. And Aberdeen win the first corner of the match. Looking very enthusiastic and using the undoubted pace that they have. This will be a test of a Rangers defence. It looks very vulnerable in set positions like this. Winters again, and it's just away. It was there for the taking. Now, time and time again in the close season, Rangers were made vulnerable like this. Where's the marking? Yes, I think it was retaliation there more than anything else. Here's a tackle going in there. Free kick. Almost 10 minutes gone. It's floated in. Well, that wasn't far away. Great move there. Really, as that was floated across, you could see coming in on the outside. Well, 2 or 3 players could have got the touch on that. Mackey very close to it. We've now had something like 7 free kicks, and we've played 11 minutes. Newman, Moles, Caniggia. A beautiful move by Caniggia, still there. Can't be put in. And Nellinger tries to put it away. Brilliant move by Caniggia. Must say, Aberdeen eventually defended that brilliantly, but you talk about class, here it is. Beautiful poise and balance, sending players all the wrong way. Moles was the first to try. I think intelligently put back there, but look at the cluster of Aberdeen players. Superb stuff from the Argentinian. A lot of float in it this time. And the goalkeeper had to be alert as Rangers really began to look good. Sure how he'll appraise this. His defences look shaky at times, but seems to have recovered the composure. Midfield beginning to get into the game, and he must revel in the delight of Caniggia's play. Here's Latapi. Rangers spreading it right across field. Aberdeen are defending well, though. Michael Moles. Here's Nellinger. Ellinger, Kenigia, that is very hard, and I think the referee will take some action against Maguire. He certainly awards a free kick. Yes, both feet in there. Referee right with that decision. Kenigia wants a little bit more. He's not going to get it, but he will get the free kick. Conterman is hovering around it, so also is Latifi. Latifi will take it. Right underneath it. No danger there. Trying to scoop it towards the near post. Latifi. That's what Aberdeen are making it perfectly clear they're able to do. Give Rangers a lot of the ball and then counter-attack quickly, and it almost paid off. That's it down to Ellinger. Latifi. Kenigia. There's Rickson on the far side. Plays it in too quickly. Good defending again. Derek White has been outstanding. As the half-time whistle goes, well, I did say at the start I'd hoped it would be minus controversy. That doesn't mean to say it hasn't been hard. It really has been. But I think two outstanding features, two significant ones. First of all, that Rangers defence earlier on, looking very vulnerable to the cross ball, as they have been even during the close season friendly games. And just surviving, and then the ineffable skills of the Argentinian Kenigia, even in tight space, wriggling free, making it very dangerous for a defence, even though he looks to be covered, and just thwarted at the end. And as a result, the half-time score, Aberdeen 0, Rangers 0. Commanded certainly a great deal of the last 20 minutes of that first half, but just lacked that little bit of magic to beat this very tight and crowded Aberdeen defence. Relying, of course, on the breakaway, and it almost paid off for them. And I think the pattern will not be radically altered in the second half. Play to Vidmar. Trying that long-edge ball again to Kenigia. Picked up here by Miller. Went the wrong way, though. There's always been that extra Aberdeen defender. Here's Miller. Does get that across. Reyna tried to go in. And that's a beautiful goal by Ellinger. He really took that superbly well. Very much like the chance and the opportunity that he converted the other night in Europe, which he did with his right foot. This time it was the left foot, cunningly set back for him. There wasn't much of a target to see with such a cluster of players around him, and that's as neat a goal as he's ever scored. Another view of it. Look at the challenge on him, and a number of players converging, and contrived to get it away. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Rangers are 1-up. Nothing much you can do about that goal. That was superbly constructed by Rangers. Well finished. Right, here is Kenigia, tries to get in there and got a little touch to it. It looked as if that was an impossible ball for him to get through, and yet he gets that little touch. Look at his eye in a ball, and in goes the toe. Reyna's had an excellent game for Rangers. Say occasionally caught in possession, and he might have parted with it sooner, but that's minor criticism of him. Kenigia's onside. Away goes Kenigia. He tried to put it right through the goalkeeper, and Hughes is in there. I think Miller wanted that ball cut back to him. And a really really think what went through Canadia's mind there was to cut it back would have been obvious. He wanted to try the unexpected and go for it himself. As you can see here, he was well onside, thought of passing back, and the goalkeeper did very well to block it, and Hughes getting that touch. Well defended eventually by Aberdeen. Here's Miller coming in for this. Great save by the keeper. Latterby did that very well, hooking it through the middle. Here's Caniggia, lovely ball. Kenny Miller should have gone in further. Here's Caniggia with it. Penalty kick. Caniggia brought down as he went for it. Great effort by Caniggia again, slipping it on to Miller. I think Miller probably could have gone a couple of steps further. Goalkeeper did very well. And down he goes. Referee gives the penalty kick. Look at him pointing right away. Russell Latterby to take this. Clean as a whistle. Rangers are leading by 2-0. And he scores his first competitive goal for his new club. And seems to have enjoyed it. Well, the goalkeeper guessed rightly again. He's had a good game, but just angled that measured distance away from his fingertips. And there is a support which ended the season in dejection, now beginning to sound and look a little more optimistic. You would have thought he would be beaming. Rangers played themselves out of that tight corner very well. Here's Rickson. There's a good ball in towards Miller. Miller with it! Can he get it away? They can. Well, the goalkeeper did very well, and I think his very presence put Miller off. But what a great run by Miller in the first place. Really took off quickly and almost got the touch. Here's Latterby now. And again, it's almost through. Just brought down. And Maguire having a word with Latterby. Not liking the way he fell down there. Here's Latterby now. On towards Miller, it's a good ball. In it goes, Caniggia! 3-0 for Rangers. Brilliant move by the two front runners. And the Rangers support ecstatic about that wonderful swirling move. There's the pace of Miller. Perfection with the pass, and Caniggia, with his class, doesn't miss these. 28 minutes gone, and that is that. Absolutely delighted with the manner of the goal, quite apart from getting another one for his club. Seconds remaining of this game, comforting and satisfying result for the Rangers team. Their second half performance in particular, even from 20 minutes of the second half of the first half, they were quite in command of this game. Handshakes all around for a fixture that was relatively free of aggro. Now there's the man who scored the first one. It's all been a case this week of a German Nillinger coming in to show he can score goals with either foot, as he proved on the continent with his right and now with his left. Good support work. Caniggia, elusive, very difficult to pin down. Final score, Aberdeen 0, Rangers 3.
Dick, first league performance of the new season, a victory. Were you happy with the way things panned out through the match?
Well, as you always know, the first 20 minutes, Aberdeen took all the risk, a lot of pressure, a lot of long balls, and there were some scare moments, not real dangerous, but I think after the first 20 minutes we controlled the game and we decided what happened, and after we scored the first goal, the second half, I think we played some excellent football, passing, movement, and some good goals.
You're never happy when you lose a